Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode here in NHL 21. So in last episode, we didn't really do a whole lot. We kind of just simmed up to the deadline. And yeah, basically our team has been kind of overperforming to an extent. As you can see, we are currently 30, 24, and 4. And we're 9 and 1 in our last 10. So we're kind of doing way better than we should be. But we are going to be trying to make some trades at the deadline to make us fall down in the standings a bit. Just because I don't really want to make the playoffs in year number 2. But if we do for some reason, then at least it's some experience. So we got some comments to go over. So let me just bring those up. There is actually one only comment actually. But I'll bring that one up. And that is from Sir Sink again, because Sir Sink is usually the one that comments. He says, I don't think you should be trading these guys just because they're swimming well. I think it makes sense to trade Fabry because he only has 1 year, but don't trade Bertuzzi. He's a player the team will need in the next season when they are ready to make the postseason. I would just hold on to everyone except for maybe Fabry. If you make the playoffs, it's not the worst thing because anything can happen once you make it, and even if it's only one round, it's valuable experience for the young guys, which was what I was just mentioning. So we are having, like, I added the trading block. I did put Fabry on our trading block. Let's see if I can show you guys. And I also added like Troy Stetcher just in case, because we can call up Wall, and Wall would be just pretty much just as good or even better. And I also put Shore on there just in case, because if we miss the playoffs, this guy's gonna be more than likely a guy that gets let go of, and he's not been really that good of a fit here. He's got a decent amount of points, but he's a minus 12, so I don't really like his defensive play. But yeah, those three guys are going to be on our block. And I was also actually looking for trades by doing the trade finder, but kind of a lot of them are unrealistic. So I'm going to probably just wait until the deadline to see if any of these we get any offers for them. But like, for example, Fabry's got a good chunk of trade value. We could get a lot of good prospects and picks from, like, we could even get Clark, but I'm not going to be that guy and do an unrealistic trade like that. So yeah, I might do one of these trades if I get offered them at the deadline, because we're going to be going in probably as a conservative seller, I think. And also, if you hear my PC, I'm apologizing right now because we're using my new Elgato, so my computer's probably not used to all this power. But yeah, anyways, let's advance to the deadline. We're only like a week before the deadline, I think, yet. And we're gonna, like I said, set ourselves to a conservative seller. That way we, because we don't want to let go necessarily of everybody on the team. But if we make the playoffs, right, there's a chance that happens. So we're gonna go in as a conservative seller, and let's see what trade offers we get thrown and who's out there on the block. So, wow, Mika Zibanejad's the top trade acquisition out there. Okay, we kind of got to act fast if we want to actually trade for any of these guys, but I don't think we want to. Even though there's some good players out there like Colton Parayko. Wow, there's some good free agents. Those are the top 10. Let's go available, and let's go by each team. So Anaheim has nothing out there. Arizona's got some decent ones. Oh, there's already been a trade. We should be getting some offers, I would assume, but I don't know if there's anything we really need to trade for, because we got a first round pick. Obviously, I don't know if we don't need anybody else's first rounders. Typus. And young 19-year-old defenseman, 73 medium elite potential. What the hell? And he's on the block by the Calgary Flames. Like, I mean, they have a good defensive core, so it kind of makes sense to an extent. But I don't know if, yeah, I don't think we have the trade value for him. But they want a first-line forward, and Fabry's more of a second-line forward. And he's a defensive defenseman, that guy, anyways. We should get at least some offers, I would assume, for Fabry, because I'm pretty much more waiting for the computer to make trades offers, because I don't think I'm going to be going after anybody in particular. So there should be probably some offers thrown at us. Jonathan Drouin on the block, that's interesting. Not that he's that good. Yeah, there's a lot of trades going on right now. We'll check those, like a summary of those all in a bit. Pecorino in New York. Yeah, there's a lot of veterans in Tony D'Angelo, Shesterkin. Like, if we were going for the cup this year, I'd probably try and trade for somebody, but right now I want to see if we get any offers thrown our way, because we probably will get at least one. What? Buffalo Sabres trade Jared Spurgeon to Minnesota? So Jared Spurgeon's headed back to Minnesota? It's weird. Okay. Marc-Andre Fleury and Ville Heinola. Heinola's kind of interesting, but I don't think he pans out. They're looking for a top 4 defenseman in exchange, so we could go for like Stetcher for Heinola maybe. That might actually be something interesting. I mean, like, I don't know how high Heinola grows. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him pan out really that well, but we were thinking about trading away Troy Stetcher. I don't know if Stetcher has the same amount of value. Probably not. Let's just take a look. Yeah, not even close. That won't even work probably. If it did, I would be really surprised. Let's take a look at the trade summary right now, see what trades have happened around the league. Cam Atkinson going to Anaheim for Malatesta, Nightingale, Masella. Hoffman, Mata, and Roy to Edmonton for Broberg, Owens, and second, or 2 others. Hurdle with Florida for a 1st and a 4th. And Ville Heinola actually just got dealt. Wait, what was that trade though? Because it doesn't automatically update, which is kind of annoying. Ferk Pedersen and a 4th for Heinola and a 2nd. Okay. I wish I could advance an hour and see if we get any offers, but nobody's offering us anything right now for Fabry, which I'm kind of surprised about because Fabry's the one that I wouldn't mind moving, but like I said, I could move Stetcher as well. But I don't know if I'll be able to move multiple guys because of our cap hit, which is the only problem. Let's go find trade, see if anybody wants Fabry. 1st and a 2nd from the Flyers or the Canucks. Now that's perfectly what we could use. The 1st is for, is that this year? I think, yeah, this is, wait, 2021. Oh yeah, this is the season. I think we would rather go with the Canucks one, but I don't know how each team is during the standings. Let's take a quick look, because I would rather go for a team that's closer to 500. So yeah, the Flyers are going to be a playoff team, so that's not really worth it. They're probably both going to be playoff teams, I would assume, actually, if they both want Fabry. Let's see, the Canucks are closer to 500. This might be really unrealistic because I'm using the high trade value that Fabry has to get a 1st and a 2nd, but I think this is the return I would want for Fabry. There's only 2 offers for him, really, so yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, and we could leave Wall in the AHL for now and let him develop if we keep Stetcher, because I don't know if I'll be able to deal Stetcher as well in this deadline unless I take back some cap. So yeah, let's do this offer. So yeah, Robbie Fabry, you were really good here. Like, you were really, really good. Like, look at these points, 99 points in the last 2 seasons. Yeah, he's been really good for us, but he's been probably one of those guys that have helped our team over-simulate. So we're going to trade him to the Canucks for a 1st and a 2nd, just to kind of get our team a little bit worse, because we could call up even Svechnikov if we want to, but I might just play Franz Nielsen the rest of the year if he's still on our squad, which I think he is. Can I still trade away Troy Stetcher is the thing. No trades found, so nobody wants Stetcher. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make much more trades other than that big one. I was also having Shore on my block, but I don't know if any team is interested. I think there was a lot of teams, but he's got way much more trade value than he should. Like, to me, an 81 should not have this much value, but yeah, no team wants him. So I don't think there's anything that we want to trade for. Let's just take a quick look again at what's out there. So there's been some more trades going on. Anybody that's interesting for us for the future? Merzlikins is always the one that kind of gets my interest a bit, but we don't want to make the playoffs. So. These are all the players that are on the block. Oh, they put Comrie on our block automatically. Interesting. Yeah, there's not really anything that's jumping out. So I think that's all the trades I'm going to make. How much time do we have left? Still a lot of time, I think. Yeah, we have way more than enough time, I think. Let's take a look. Some more trades. Letty going to Winnipeg. Interesting. Ekholm going to Chicago. Yeah, these deadlines are actually pretty busy. Ryan O'Reilly going to Nashville. Yeah, I think that's all the trades I'm going to make is just that one for some picks. I think that's a good trade to make because at least we get another first-round pick in this year's draft, which is one of the better drafts, I'm pretty sure I heard. And then we also get a second-rounder, I think it was, for next year. Cody Eakin on waivers. I don't think we really need him. No. He would be a fine replacement to pick up for Fabry, but he's not that good, obviously, so... Okay, so that is the trade we're going to make. Let's take a look at our lines. I don't know if our edit lines thing has been automatically changed around. Oh, I moved up Volano. I might do something like that. Oh, I did actually shift our lines all around. So I'm going to have to readjust this, guys. And I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, here is our lineup. So we got Zadina, Larkin, and Mantha. Because, yeah, I moved Bertuzzi down to the second. Actually, I may move him back up. But how is Zadina? Is Zadina a first line forward? No, he's a second liner. You know, I will put that back to that so that chemistry's there. But anyways, we have Zadina, Veleno then, and Hirose. And then Ernie, Rasmussen, and Lucas Raymond. And then fourth line, Nick Patan's going to play because he's been simulating well when he's played. And he's playing with Shore and Timashev. For defense, we still got Baron Sider, Cholowski, and Hronik, Myers, and Stetcher. Goalies are Comrie and Montembeau, and Nielsen and Smith are our depth guys. I think it's sent down Oh yeah, we do have Biega down there in the AHL. We could call up if we need a depth defender. But yeah, we're going to let Waldus play down there for the rest of the year because Grand Rapids is in the place that they could be a very good playoff team. So we're just going to leave him down there for now. And yeah, we're just going to let this team sim out the rest of the season and see if we actually do make the playoffs now. We're 4 points back only. And yeah, I don't really want us to make the playoffs. Hopefully we could just, like, since we traded away Fabry, hopefully we lose a bunch of games. And hopefully also the Vancouver Canucks somehow fall out of a playoff spot. And those picks become lottery picks. So Comrie's been injured, which is not good for our team. Obviously that's going to help us not make the playoffs. He's not injured too long, but we're going to have to call up probably Von Pottelberg. Yeah, this guy's not even going to get claimed if I send him down. So we're just going to call him up since he's the better of the two goalies. But yeah, that's not a good start if we wanted to actually make the playoffs, but I don't really care about making the playoffs, so I'm fine with that injury happening at this stage. Normally I'd be really pissed off losing your starting goalie like right that late in the season, because it's kind of crucial to win games down the stretch, obviously. So yeah, I guess we'll have to put in Soderblom. I don't even know where this guy was in the system. Oh, it's probably where Setkov was. We'll put him in here. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how Wald does by the end of the season. Oh, Comrie's already back. I guess we could just leave. No, Von Pottelberg was really good down there, right? Yeah, he was pretty solid. So we're going to send him back down. But he was horrific when he got called up, which is to be expected based on his overall. Let's send him back down. I wish that injury didn't happen because it's time consuming just editing these lines all the time. Wait, we'd be under the salary cap if we send him down. Oh my god. Okay, well I guess we can't send him down now, which is really problematic, but whatever. Yeah, that's the thing. We should probably sign some guys to bigger contracts in the offseason. So Larkin's been injured with a mild concussion, so we'll just go replace player. And somehow we beat Vegas. Team, stop winning games. Oh my god, we won like 4 of our last like 5 games. I do not want to win games without Dylan Larkin in the lineup. We should not be winning games. Just period. This team should not be a playoff team. I mean, we're not that bad actually in terms of forwards, but I don't want to make the playoffs. I just don't. Yeah, we're winning way too much. We actually might make the playoffs in year 2 at this rate, which is not what I was expecting to say at all. Adam Ernie's been injured, we'll replace player, but we are winning way too much somehow. I don't know why we aren't. Okay, there's some losses. Are we in a playoff spot right now? We're outside of a playoff spot by how much? We're going to end up not having a good pick in the draft, or unless the draft lottery somehow falls in our favor because we just missed. Like, we are literally... Yeah, we're 1 point back of the Bruins for making that last wildcard spot. I don't even know how that's possible, to be honest. I mean, Detroit is, like, this roster looks pretty good, but it's just, I don't know if that's even realistic, though, for Detroit to make the playoffs in technically 21-22. In real life, I don't think it is, but this team is over-simulating since calling up Lucas Raymond. Maybe I should just send him back down. I'll put Turgeon back in since he was injured briefly. There we go. And did we make the playoffs? We are in a wildcard spot with a day to go. That is not good. 93 points. The Bruins could still pass us. And that's pretty much it. So if the Bruins win their last game, we won't make the playoffs, which would be great. But if we lose, or if they lose, then we are going to make the playoffs with 44 wins somehow in the season. Let's advance the day. Come on, Bruins, win, please. And they did win. Okay, good. Oh, that was a little too close. Now watch, we're going to win the draft lottery, I bet you. We're going to, I can sim up to the draft in this episode still too, so. But yeah, we're probably going to end up winning the draft lottery now. It's just my theory because we just missed the playoffs. But let's take a look at our player stats for year number 1 as well as the standings. See what we did good and what we did bad. So let's go by forwards first. So Larkin, 77 points in 74 games. So he was really good. Missed a bunch of games, but he played really good when he did play. Mantha was really good, 72 points and 38 goals, which is nice. Bertuzzi, 64 points in 73 games. He was also injured quite a bit. Like, they were injured actually right around the same time. Zadina, 53 points. That's a really good second season, I think, or third season. Yeah, really good third season for Zadina. He's been on the uprise. We're going to have to actually sign him to a bigger contract in the offseason, I think. So let me know about how much I should sign him for. Hirose, 46 points. Rasmussen, 43. That's way better than I expected. Valeno and Shore, 37. Timashev, 31. Raymond had 20 and 42. Pretty good. He'll be even better next season. He played like half the year because we decided to call him up. Ernie, 20 points. Patan had 13 points in 29 games. As a depth guy, he's a pretty good like depth forward. And it's like that in real life, I think, too. Giovanni Smith got scratched late in the season. 9 points for him. Nielsen had 5 points. And then defensively, 40 points for Moritz Seider and a plus 19. Him and Ethan Bear. That is a really good like combination. Definitely got to try and keep these guys around for a bit longer. Chalowski had 22, Stetcher 20 points, Myers 17, and Hronek had 15. So our defense wasn't actually that bad plus-minus wise. Like the worst is Stetcher and Hronek. And Stetcher's probably on his way out because of Wall. Comrie had 5 shutouts somehow this season and at 2.88, so he really seemed way better than he should have. Montembeault was not great, but he still won games, and Van Pallenberg, when he got called up, was horrific. 6 goals against average and an 8-12 save percentage. Yikes. Okay, so that is our player stats. Let's take it around the league, see who led the league in points and stuff briefly before we take a look at the standings. So Giroux led the league in points with 104, and he also led in goals with 51 goals. Kane was second with 50. Best plus-minus player was Sergachev, who was a plus 49, and Hedman a plus 48. Jeez, Tampa's going to win another cup probably in this. And John Carlson had 92 points in 82 games. Mainly assists, but damn. And Drew Doughty, considering, yeah, he's over-simulating. He shouldn't even be a 90-something, but he is. I'm not going to complain about overalls right now. And then goalie-wise, the best goalie this year for wins was Sergei Bobrovsky with 42 wins. Most shutouts this year was Elvis Merzlikins, who was on that trading block actually with 7 shutouts. Him tied with UC Saros and Marc-Andre Fleury, who was also on the block. Best for save percentage by a starter, a lot of backups down here, is Ilya Samsonov with a 916. And goals against wise, the best goals against by a starter is going to be Ilya Samsonov as well. So Samsonov probably is going to win the Vezina, unless it determines based on wins. And then let's take a look at rookie points. The best rookie this year was Dylan Cousins with 66 points, and then Wallstrom with 62 right behind him. Byfield had 42, and Studnicka also 42. And that's a Vonin guy that went number 2 in the draft, who had 39 points, 24 goals. So this guy's probably a future, future Maurice Richard winner. Foligno was up there decently, which is pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at the standings quickly, and then we're going to sim right up to the draft, and that way we're primed and ready for next episode. We also got to take a look at our progress reports and all that. So we still got a lot to do, so this episode might be a bit longer because of the trade deadline. So Washington finished first in league with 114 points, not a surprise. While we finished, Vancouver did make the playoffs, but just barely so. Unfortunately, it's not a lottery pick that we're getting from them, but it's still maybe, like, if Vancouver doesn't go far, a decent pick. But yeah, we finished 15th in the league, and we just barely missed. Goals for per game, we were one of the best offensive teams in the league, which is kind of surprising to say that. And goals against wise, we were one of the worst defensive teams, so that's where we missed the playoffs, because we allowed 2 more goals than we scored, which is to be expected. Power play percentage, we were one of the worst in the league as well, with 16.3%. And penalty kill wise, we were one of the worst, I think, as well. Yeah, we were like probably around the middle actually, with 81.1%. We were above 500 on home ice and on the road. 5-5 in our last 10. So yeah, we technically had a really good season, but we just missed the playoffs because of the 5 teams that made it in our division. So any other year we probably would have made the playoffs, which I'm glad we didn't, because I do not want to win the Stanley Cup until, like, not necessarily next season, but soon. Like, I would rather get some good prospects in. So anyways, let's advance all the way to the awards, and we'll advance to the draft and all that, get that done. So let's go to June 1st, see how fast this sim engine is on the Xbox Series X, since this is one of my first videos with the Series X. Wow, that is fast. That is nice. Oh yeah, our HL team actually is in the playoffs. I meant to check on Wall, but I'll check on Wall in a bit. Looks like they're going to the finals, which is good. Soderblom got injured. Oh, wow. The HL team is doing really well right now. They might have actually just won the Calder Cup, or did they win the Calder Cup? I didn't see what the morale thing said. If they won the Calder Cup, I will be happy. Let's advance today so we can see the thing who won the Stanley Cup. No, we lost in the finals, I think. So Edmonton wins the Stanley Cup, and Springfield wins the AHL. So I think we got to the finals down in there in the minors. We'll take a look at that. Let's actually take a look at Wall's stats first in the AHL. So our AHL team, pretty good. Suzuki led the way in points. Where are you, Wall? Did Wall just not put up any points afterwards? What the heck? Oh, Wall must have got automatically called up because of the end of the season. I gotta check through. Yeah, I gotta check through the other screen. Okay, so I won't check anything on there then. But yeah, we got to the finals and lost in 6 games. That is really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Okay, so Edmonton wins the Stanley Cup though. Washington the Presidents, and it was Edmonton and Washington for the Stanley Cup. Pretty realistic, I would say. Individual awards, the Art Ross goes to Claude Giroux. Same with the Hart. John Carlson takes to Norris. Tara Vine and Lady Bing. Dylan Cousins gets to Calder. Connor McDavid with the Conn Smythe. Jordan Binnington wins the Vezina in Chicago, which is kind of weird. Ilya Samsonov wins the Jennings. Mikey Anderson, I think his name is, wins the Bill Masterton. Papineau wins the Adams. Kopitar wins the Selke. Giroux wins the Lindsay. And Giroux wins the Richard. So Giroux just cleaning up on awards. And then AHL-wise, did we get any awards down here? We have Wall won the best rookie player in the AHL. And he also won the best defenseman in the AHL. So stuff is looking really bright for our future. And Suzuki won the Fred T. Hunt Award for determination, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. So yeah, we have a good prospect pool. And then the young guys in our lineup as well. We're pretty good in terms of our futures so far. And we're going to get another good draft pick in this year, potentially. So let's take a quick look. If I go to progress reports at Wall stats for the season, because that's where I'm more concerned about, and then we'll advance right to the draft for next episode. So, wow, he finished with 52 points in 76 games and was a plus 25. That is the season I want to see from him. And playoff-wise, he had 22 points in 25 games. Jeez. He's even better in the playoffs. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how he is in the NHL next season. Like, he's going to be replacing Troy Stecher, and probably his offensive awareness is an 86. He's got a really good shooting category. How's his passing? 84. Yeah, he's still going to have a really good first season for sure. Probably not on that same level as the AHL, but that is a very fantastic season. And I think this guy is one player that I'll probably re-sign before anybody else on the team, to be honest, because when you have a good offensive defenseman, like, your team usually does pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at the draft lottery results, and then we'll take a look at the draft class again, just because I don't really remember. And then we will see pretty much who we're potentially going to go for in terms of next episode. As well, you guys let me know for any potential trades for next episode, because it is an important off season for us, and we stayed at number 15. That's not good. Maybe we'll find a random steal at 15, but we're probably going to get like a top 4 defenseman or a top 6 forward. But yeah, we kind of cheated ourselves out of that down the stretch, which really sucks, but oh well. I would have rather made the playoffs than get 15th overall, I think, but who knows, maybe we could find something. So retirement-wise, we did just lose Frans Nielsen, which is good, because that was a loaded cap off for our back. Anybody else? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we lost anybody else. Let's just go to our team. Don't really care about the entire league at the moment. Yeah, we only lost Frans Nielsen, and that is it. Okay, let's take a look at coach retirements. Did we lose anybody? I don't think so, right? Yeah, we didn't lose anybody. And Ron Hainsey's now a scout. Okay. We're not going to do any draft interviews. Actually, we should probably check just to make sure. So if we're going 15th, there's a high top 6 defenseman in Bruce Ekblad. Maybe we want to interview this dude. He's looking like a top 6 forward, though, in my opinion. Yeah, those guys are probably top 6 forwards. How about Perrin? No info whatsoever. Let's interview this guy. I normally don't do the draft interviews in these type of things, just because one time I did it and it crashed, but maybe they fixed it. Let's just find about this guy's strengths and weaknesses first, because I don't know anything about it on him. What is your greatest strength? His greatest strength is his skating. Okay, what is his biggest weakness? He does not have like the hockey IQ, I think. Yeah, he doesn't use his head a lot. Okay. And let's also ask him about how close he is to being NHL ready. Oh, that's not in that. Where is that personality, or not the personality, the NHL ETA 1 playstyle? Is it that, or did I just go there? Oh, there you go. How ready do you think you are to make the NHL? He needs a few seasons, so this guy's probably another top 6 forward. We're probably going to end up just getting a top 6 forward. I doubt we're going to find an elite player around there. Yeah, he's definitely a top 6 forward. Guérin, probably top 6, even though he did just have a crazy good season in the Q. Fitz, don't know anything about this dude, so let's interview him. Interview everybody around our spot, pretty much. I just need to know the NHL readiness. I don't care about really necessarily the other stuff. How quick do you think you can make it? Few seasons, so you're probably a top 6 forward again. I'm going to just end the conversation there, and we got to interview one more person. There you go, Fitz, and who else do you want to interview? Maybe Tuppurainen, because we haven't interviewed any defenders yet. Yeah, let's interview this dude. Might as well. But yeah, I apologize if this episode's a bit long, but you guys probably like longer episodes anyways, I'm pretty sure, so you guys probably don't care. Okay, so let's go. Readiness. Tuppurainen needs a few seasons, so he's probably a top 4 defenseman, I would assume. Let's just end the conversation there, because I don't really want to check on the other stuff. 3 years ETA. Yeah, it's more likely the case that we're going to get a top 4 defenseman or a top 6 forward at this rate. Let's just take a look if there's any steals that we could pin. No, there's no elites yet that have been pinned. Or, notice there's a recommended one. What was it? The Duke. Maybe I should have interviewed this dude. Huh. Anybody else? Low elites? Nope. How about goalie-wise? Any good goalie prospects out there? This guy's going to go in the first round. This guy's probably going to be really good, but... Okay. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode. So in next episode, we will take it to the draft and the re-sign stage. We do have, I think, some big contracts to deal out this year. Let me just quickly check again. Yeah, so Zadina's a big contract, and the other ones, Hirose is probably going to come back, Rasmussen, but I'm going to let go probably of Shore, Stetcher, and a couple other guys for sure. So anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode. So next episode, like I just said, draft and re-sign stage. And yeah, then we're going to get prepped for next season. I don't know if this team's going to be a playoff team next year. I hope so to an extent, but at the same time, I think we need to still get some more good prospects into our system first. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.